So it's story time, and I'm going to tell you about my favorite story, which is mine and my co-op. My name is Benjamin, and where did this story begin? It began 118th Avenue in Edmonton, which, if you guys haven't been there, isn't exactly a tourist destination. It has some challenges. We wanted to make a difference. We thought the best difference we could make is give stuff away to people who needed it. We thought the greatest thing we could do is call it the store, where it's a free store. So here's a store we gave everything away for free. It wasn't the world's best business model, but it was certainly the funnest experience we've ever had. And we had a really good time with this. Impacted a lot of people, but the problem is that the media who tagged onto it weren't really focused on the impact we were having. They were focused on this crazy business that how does this even work? They were focused on how different we were and how we weren't really going to succeed. They weren't focused on what we were doing. And in fact, we really saw this when some people broke into it, and we actually had national attention. We had phone calls from all over Canada. We had camera crews, and they were focused on the fact that people broke into a store where we give away stuff. They weren't focused on the fact that we help people. So needless to say, the business failed. And we didn't really have a plan. We just kind of had some passion. And what I pulled away from that is I was filming people and I was capturing stories. And I thought, I could be a lot better than these media people who showed up and filmed me. So, I percolated on that idea for a while, and I had some options. I started doing news shows, just documenting different things around my city. And I had a choice. I could, start a business, or I could, not have this pyramid structure that I didn't like, and I could actually start an idea that people could tag onto. And so I didn't really know what I was doing. Obviously, I failed the business, so I had to go to someone who did, and Lynn doesn't have pictures, so here's her office. And I walked into that place, and I said, I'm not sure if I'm the right place, but I have this idea. She said, that's a really good idea, but you're going to need a lot of work. And it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of support. And so she was a mentor for me. She, put me through 8 months of work. And, we pulled together a team. I remember we started in our first meeting was 20 people. By the time we signed the documents, there was 2 plus me. We found most of our initial members at a music festival. It was a rave out in the forest. But this is the best place to go if you want to find people who care. And we did a documentary. And I remember this is where we met one of our biggest members and supporters, Chris. And really, Chris was the opportunity. He was the experience. He was twice my age. And with his guidance and with another member, we really got to focus on what our business was and what it is we were going to do. And so Lynn saw that finally, after 8 months, we were focused, and her and Brian said, hey, we got this opportunity for you. Do you want to make a documentary? And we said, you have a job for us? Oh, this is great. We're actually now getting past, this idea. And so we did Station Point, and we started doing relationships and networks, and we started meeting people, and we started filming stuff. And, after a while, people started hearing about us, and people started seeing what we were doing, and they started seeing that, we weren't professionals in the sense that we were educated. We were people who wanted to make a difference and wanted to tell stories. So this event was a major event for us. We were actually in 2 cities at the same time, broadcasting. We were sending a signal out from Calgary and Edmonton to each city. And this was another event where it was 3 days talking about the future of sustainability in Alberta. So here we were, the flies on the wall, making everyone know about this, and we got to film it, we got to record it, we got to meet all these people, and we got to tell the stories that weren't being told. And this was a recent event that we did, was a sustainable that runs on biodiesel that teaches people about clean technology. This thing is revolutionary, and here we are, we get to participate and tell people about all these cool things. So, it's hard. It's really hard to go to these places and tell stories that are good stories that have to be told. But at the end of the day, everyone we do work with is tight, and budgets are being cut. And we have this ragged team of misfits who have really banded together and have decided that no matter what, we're going to stick it out and we're going to make this work. And as you can see, we have ties, so we're finally professionals. And it's kind of where are we going to go from here? I see a room full of change makers and change agents, and you're all storytellers and you're all story makers. And I got to come up here for a brief amount of time to tell you about our story. And the question is where is it going to go from here? Thank you.